Well, just in time to wipe clean your original memory of the first Smith Mundak. The culprit behind the leak of a trove of classified U.S. intelligence documents is reportedly a man who works on a military base that shared the sensitive material with a close-knit group of online pals on the chat platform Discord. The bombshell development was revealed in a Wednesday Washington Post report that partially relied on interviews with, of all things and of all people, a teenager in the Discord group who claims to be friends with the leaker, who goes by the name of OG. Well, not the teenager, but the leaker. Quote, "He's a smart person. He knew what he was doing when he posted these documents, of course. These weren't accidental leaks of any kind," the unnamed teenager told the newspaper, which obtained permission from his mother to conduct an interview. He continues, "He's fit, he's strong, he's armed, he's trained, just about everything that you can expect out of some sort of crazy movie," the alleged friend of the leaker said, adding that he's in his early to mid-20s. The teenager claims that OG steadily shared purportedly classified material with him and about 24 other members of the private Discord group. Get the name of the group, Thug Shaker Central, in which OG was an administrator. He says, quote, "We all grew very close to each other like a tight-knit family," the teenage member said of the chat group that was formed at the height of the pandemic in 2020. He continues, "We depended on each other. There was no lack of love for each other." OG reportedly obtained the documents from his job on an unnamed military base where he told the group he had access to a secure facility on site, according to the teenager, of course. The alleged leaker seemed to gain credibility among the group when he shared information that only someone with a high clearance would know, that later on showed up in the news. According to the report, the roughly 25 group member, including several foreign citizens from the likes of Russia and Ukraine, prayed together. And they also, in the midst of their prayers, discussed video games, jokes, memes, and watched OG post purportedly transcribed material from secret government documents. OG annotated the documents with explanations for intelligence terms such as NOFORN, or means the material must not be shared with foreign nationals. And the author of the story had to make sure that they let us know that they had a group made up of people who were Ukrainians and Russians, foreign citizens. Because here comes the other piece. The NOFORN, which means the material must not be shared with foreign nationals, is what they needed to make sure that they let you know what they're about to do. They had to give you this piece to go along with the other piece. Let me finish. He said that he would bring home these documents from his job at the unnamed base, the report said. When typing out the government secrets proved to be too time-consuming, OG began posting photos of the documents themselves. Among the U.S. secrets OG purportedly shared with the community are the documents showing that Egypt had planned to sell Russia 40,000 rockets, intelligence suggesting NATO ally Turkey had been asked for weapons by Russian mercenaries, maps of the Ukrainian and Russian troop positions, and casualty counts, and information on the U.S. and allied special forces in Ukraine. Here's another quote. "If you could think it, it was in those documents," the teenager said, of hundreds of pages of material posted by, and they got this in quotes, all throughout the story, OG. Beginning in late 2022, OG shared photos of several documents a week, some of which revealed clues that could perhaps be used by investigators to identify the leaker, such as his bed, his glowing red keyboard, and household items such as Gorilla Glue and nail clippers. Both the Pentagon and the Justice Department have launched investigations into the leaks. And on February 28th, material posted by OG on the Thug Shaker Central server was leaked to another Discord server linked to YouTuber Wow Mao by a different teenage member of the Thug Shaker Central group, according to the report. Boy. From there, the material spread like wildfire, and on March 4th, the documents appeared on the Minecraft Earth Map Discord server. On April 5th, classified documents related to the war in Ukraine were posted on Russia Telegram channels, message board platform, 4chan, and Twitter. It was at this point that the United States official became aware. They became aware of the leak right then. They haven't been spying on you. They don't know what goes on those chat platforms already. Didn't come to their knowledge until much later, in the month of April. So shame on you, Felicia, for insinuating such. Before the New York Times broke the story of the leak on April 6th, OG reportedly came into the server frantic. Well, because you could feel their energy. You may not be able to see them on that server, but you could feel the energy. And the energy shared that he was frantic. And he said that something had happened, and he prayed to God that this event would not happen, but now it's in God's hands, closed quote. A member of the server told the Washington Post. All this is a way for you to have more of your rights stripped. The First Amendment, well, it was already torn to shreds prior to this. Now all they're going to do is take it sideways out of the printer because it went in first the long way. And they're going to shred it another way, and it'll be little bitty small chips. The whole entire First Amendment and your right to have your freedom of speech is what the attack is on. And so, if you remember, the original Mundak said that there was nothing that could be given or disseminated via any form of media, and I'm paraphrasing here, to fool the United States citizenry as they did in other countries. That you couldn't do that. And with a ballpoint pen, probably a Mont Blanc of some sort, and his BlackBerry, about 2 presidents or maybe even 3 ago, who remembers the count, went in and edited everything, changed it, wrote it all different. And now you and people in foreign countries can be fooled by anything in print, anything in media, and any story that they want in order for them to gain control over you. Because what's going to happen with this situation is they're going to take it, they're going to shape it in such a way that you will gladly allow them to take away more of your rights on any of these platforms because, well, you see what just happened with this leak. OG and the Thug Shaker Central out here sharing all the information. It's all about the youth. We're going to give you power to tell what you see, baby. Anything you see on one of these servers, just tell it. Like this teenager, you're going to be famous just like him and Greta. Tell it. So what they're going to make sure they do is prevent you from being able to speak freely anywhere. And when they tighten the reins, everybody who's going to remember this story and everybody who remembers the last story that they allegedly leaked, which was the overturning of Roe v. Wade, right in time, just in time for the midterm elections. Somebody who doesn't think for themselves is going to be lined up to say, yes, please do it. Oh, you see, that just created a new law. You can't say any of that stuff anymore. Amazing. Amazing. The topography probably will be the only thing left of this nation. For Headlines with a Voice, this has been the Lockhart Perspective.